Evening people, evening, welcome back to the channel. We are back live tonight with round 8, or the final round of P1RCs Toyota Multiclass League. So we've got GR1s and GR3s on track at the same time. GR1s for the pros, GR3s for the pro-ams. And we've got a 50-minute enduro coming up for you guys tonight, live from Le Mans. Tricky circuit. And as you can see on screen there, the picture showing a bit of twilight, and it is dark actually on track right now. So a 50-minute race in the dark for the final round here at Le Mans then. It's going to be a tricky one, that's for sure. Right, let's have a look at some points before we get into this one. So leading the way in the pro category is Mocking Weeks. He's pretty much taken that by the scruff of the neck since the beginning of the season. 136 points, nobody can catch him now. Dylan second with 101 points. Pilgrim in third with 96 points. Manny in fourth with 95 points. Patchy in fifth with 87 points. We've got Obi in sixth with 76 points. And Skippy in seventh with 58 points. So they're the GR1s. Oh, I don't need my pad, I need my mouse. The GR3s, Ice Chand is leading that championship. Still opportunities for positions to be taken though, depending on where he finishes and where other drivers come in. Dazzler in second with 113 points, so he's got an opportunity if he can get if Ice Chand can come in last and Dazzler can come in first, he might be able to take that win. We'll see though. 113 points for him. Tyre Slayer in third with 108 points. We've got Captain Pugwash in fourth with 92 points. Campo fifth with 84 points. Wrecking Ball Racing in sixth with 82 points, and Nick Vic 007 in seventh with 70 points. So that's individuals. And again, it's in teams, so it's a pro and an AM driver, so a GR1 and a GR3 within those teams. And leading the way at the minute for the teams is the Twonks, which is Mockin, who's leading the GR3 championship, and Wrecking Ball, who is sixth in the GR3s. So 218 points on board still. Again, opportunities for that to be lost if the other drivers can get some good points and those two mess it all up, we'll see. Deadbolt Racing in second with Pilgrim and Tyre Slayer. They got 204 points. The two Mungeteers with Apache and Dazzler in third with 200 points. Pilgrim Designs, which is Skippy and Ice Chand, they are in fourth with 179 points. In fact, right alongside Pikey Pasties, sorry, I don't know why I keep saying plastics. Manny and Campo, they're in fifth also with 179 points. Team Dark Smoker has managed to move off the bottom of the pack for the first week. I think 171 points on board for Team Dark Smoker, Dylan and Nick. And then Sith Happens, Obi and Pugwash, 168 points, sitting in seventh. So that is points coming into the final rounds tonight. Let's get ourselves in the lobby. T-shirts and stickers still available, people. Only a couple of T-shirts left and plenty of stickers. So hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com. If you order a T-shirt, you get the stickers free. So, if you want any, let me know. Evening, how are we all doing? So, 2 minutes till race start. Sorry, qualifying start. So, 50-minute enduro. We've got a 10-minute qualifier coming up. Again, it's looking a little bit dusky out there. Whether it's going to stay dusk or whether the lobby resets to a certain time when we restart qualifying, I don't know. Looks like Mocking Weeks is about to kick it off though. So, let's get ourselves ready. Let me turn the sound on quickly because I usually forget. Yeah, qualifying about to start here then. When it'll let me in. Nobody leaving? There we go. Have to wait for that bing before it'll allow you to stick your hammer down. Dazzler's opted for a hard tyre here for this final round, first stint. Interesting choice. Okay, we'll do a lap with Captain Pugwash. This is pretty much the start-finish straight. Through Dunlop then. Down through the S's. Tetra Rouge coming up. Tricky corner, easy to carry it wide. Run out onto the blue stuff on the left hand side there. Pick up a penalty, that's not what you want. Now looks like we've got the penalty, the chicanes in, so full tilt for majority of this, but they do have to slam the anchors on to get through these two chicanes. One to the left, one to the right. Right hand coming up first. 176, 177, 78 miles an hour, 79, just touching 180, brakes on. Again, just got to be so careful in these sections. The two white lines, if you cross all four wheels over those two white lines, that is a penalty. Only through the corners. Then back onto this Mulsanne straight then. Big long straight here, coming up to the left-hand chicane. Florandier, as it is known. Getting hard on the brakes into this one. Trying to keep at least two of those wheels this side of that white line. Through the Mulsanne kink then, nothing to worry about down there. GR1s, look at the speed they're carrying on versus the GR3s. Down to Mulsanne then. This is a tricky corner, carrying all the speed into this, getting on the brakes, getting that thing stopped around this corner. Easy to run it out wide onto the sand there on the outside. And then onto this little back straight towards Indianapolis and Anage. Black for tonight's livery for Captain Pugwash. So round to the right, straight into a sharp left here. Tricky corner. Knowing where to brake for this one is absolutely imperative. Down towards Arnage then again. I'm just letting a GR1 through, a couple of GR1s. Bit of a straight. Those two yellow markers are the penalty zone, so if you do pick up a penalty, that's where you'll serve it. Dylan just giving Captain Pugwash a little flash of the lights, just say I'm coming through, mind out of the way. Down towards these Porsche curves then. Another tricky little section here. Trying to carry as much speed through this one and this one, trying to keep it out of the wall on the right hand side if you carry in full tilt. Into this left, straight into the right. Tight left on the exit. Oh, just gathering that one up there for Captain Pugwash. Down towards New Maison Blanche. Pit entrance just coming up here on the right, but we won't be hitting that on the qualifying session. Through the Ford chicane then. Back onto this start-finish straight. So that is a lap of Le Mans. Again, tricky circuit, plenty to get wrong, plenty to get right if you get your lines correct. Yeah, it can be a bit of a tricky circuit here. So out lap's done. Still got one or two drivers left to complete those, but hot laps inbound then. See how the GR1s get on in this chicane. A lot later, able to carry a lot more speed through these corners as well. See what speeds these boys are hitting by the time they hit the brakes. 60 already. 70. 180. Oh, he just tickles 186 before getting the brakes on. Obviously these things getting up to that speed a lot quicker than the GR3s. Out on his own at the minute, Mockin. Let's hope we get a monsoon downpour. Well, you never know. You never know with these boys. Anything's possible. It's looking reasonably clear in the sky. I mean, I know it's they've got it kind of set for dark, so or night time. So it's going to get darker than this for sure. 10-minute qualifier doesn't actually give them that many laps, does it? What have we got? 3-minute 34 out laps. Already at the 6-minute mark. All the GR1s then should be way ahead of the rest of the field already. I think it is just Skippy we're missing from the GR3s. Apologies, GR1s. Is GR3 championship leader Ice Chand. Been shot at, look, coming around here. So they're only going to get an opportunity for one more lap after this once they cross that start finish line. Let's see where the GR1 boys are. Just coming through New Maison Blanche to the Ford chicanes now then. Okay, first little hot lappers coming in. Let's see what he sticks on the clock. It's a 3:31.9 for him. Pilgrim unable to beat it, but still an opportunity. Manny then coming through. Moves up to second, he pushes Pilgrim down a spot. Apache up to the line. He also jumps up to second. But Dylan comes through right at the end to take pole off all of them. Thank you very much. I'll have that with a 3:28.0 for him. So 3.8 seconds quicker than Mockin's fastest so far. And this again will become the final lap. Apache third then. Mockin, Manny going off-roading in his GR1. Dirty tyres pushing wide on that next corner. That could be this hot lap thrown in the bin. Pilgrim finds himself with a penalty on this lap as well. Obi clean, no penalties for him. Another opportunity to stick a hot lap in. 6th in the GR1, sorry. Nice Chand then, still holding that top spot for the GR3. Still a driver or two left to cross that line, but we'll keep an eye on that. But currently leading those GR3s. Tyre Slayer, second in that category. Deadpool, Nick Vick in third in the GR3s. Campo fourth in the GR3s. Captain Paul Bosch fifth. Ricky J sixth. No, he's not, because Campo's just come through to take 11th. No, it's not Campo. Who's that? Who's just come through? Oh, it's DMK Daslow who's come through to take 10th, pushing everyone down a position or two. Campo down to 11th, then Captain Pugwash in 12th. Ricky J 13th. What have we got on your car this week? Appropriate, inappropriate? Oh yeah, same as last week. Full warning stickers on board for him this week. And that could be... Oh, Dylan's made a terrible mistake somewhere. That's this qualifying lap in the bin. He's got a 1 second penalty. He's just had big amounts of damage. Engine, gearbox, etc. 3.8 seconds currently over Mockin. Now let's see a time in line. When's the next one? Oof, way away. Just after the Porsche curves, really. Let's see what he puts in there. 3.8 seconds is a big chunk of time to try and make up. They are big laps, but whether he can pull that back, I don't know. 2.98, so no. He's certainly not going to make that up in these last few turns, so he might have to settle for second. Mockin not able to close that gap. Dylan, even with that terrible final qualifying lap, should hold on to pole position. Through there cleanly for Mockin, but again, 2 odd seconds to try and make up. It's a big gap in those last few corners. It's a little bit slower anyway, 3:35, so he sticks with that 3:31. Just letting Obi go through. Pilgrim sitting this one out in the pits. Oh, Obi gets it sideways through there. What's it going to be when he crosses the line? 3:36, so he goes slightly quicker, but he stays in 6th position. Pilgrim finishes this qualifying session in the pits, so for the GR1s, it is Dylan on pole. Even with a terrible lap like that. Mockin 2nd, Apache 3rd, Manny in 4th, Pilgrim 5th, and Obi in 6th. And then Ice Chand looking good to hold the lead for the GR3s. Not got a lot of time to play with in this qualifying session at the minute, just 0.4 of a second. It doesn't matter if it's 0.4 or 0.1, if you win the qualifying, you win the qualifying. You get that top spot, don't you? Okay, up towards the line then for Ice Chand. He finds a little bit of time, about half a second. These boys got a bit of work to do then. Tyre Slayer not able to go quicker. Nick Vick not able to go quicker. Who's that? Was that Captain Pugwash across the line? He stays 12th. Campo up to the line stays 11th. Mickey J 13th at the minute. It's a long way down as well this lap. Stays 13th. Who are we waiting to cross the line? DMK Dazzler. Power down then. What's it going to be? It's a 4 minute anyway, so he's going to stay in 10th. So it is going to be Ice Chand that leads those GR3s around here at Le Mans as well. Qualifying has finished. Right, so there are official results then. Dylan taking that top spot with the 3:28.0. Mockin 2nd, Apache 3rd, Manny in 4th, Pilgrim 5th, Obi in 6th. That's your GR1 contingent. And then we jump to Ice Chand in 7th, Tyre Slayer 8th, Nick Vick 9th, DMK Dazzler in 10th, Campo in 11th, Captain Pugwash in 12th, and Ricky J in 13th. They are your GR3 contingent. So 50-minute race coming up here at Le Mans. Andy C just in the chat there, hoping it absolutely tips it down. I'm not going to say no. I don't mind a bit of tipping it down. Makes the stream very exciting. Oh, we've got 3 minutes to wait. I'll put the pad down. I don't need to pick that up. What's going on here? Why is my phone giving me all sorts of dodgy messages? Not interested in that. Or that. Iceland. Blood Moon. Yeah. Oh. A little video to watch on Grand Theft Auto 6 after this stream. I shall be buying that on release, if not pre-ordering, I think. That's it. That's what Mockin's saying. So the team points, Mockin and Ricky J are currently leading, but only by a few points. I think they've literally just got to get home, cross the line, score whatever points they finish with, and that should be enough to secure them the championship. Dazzler, where have you gone? Hopefully we've still, well, not hopefully, but, you know, that's not really the wordage I meant to be using. Hopefully Dazzler has got some internet issues that we can get fixed quick. There have been some lobby issues with the PlayStation since the update. I'm not sure if it's just since the update, seems to be. But yeah, it does seem to be a bit skittish. I think, was it Thursday night? We finished the Toyota Corolla League. That was the finals of the Toyota Corolla League, and literally as the last driver crossed the line, and you know, it didn't even flick back to a lobby, it just kicked everybody out and see you later. That was it. Pilgrim qualifying results will be on my stream if you want them. Dazzler's rejoined. Nice. Why has Mocking cancelled the race? Ah, we've had to reset to get Daz in, of course. So even though he's put a qualifying time in, if he leaves the lobby and comes back, it registers that he's a new driver and he hasn't put a time in. So unfortunately, Mocking's now got to go through and set the grid by hand, but that is what it is. Kick Daz. It's cheating, Dylan. You need to kick. With his he's got a big red phone on his desk next to his steering wheel here. He's got a big red phone there. Director Yamaguchi Kawasaki, or whatever his name is, that owns this game. Put my stats up, make my car faster than everyone else's. No, don't give me that penalty. It has come back to bite him. He has seen some of the biggest penalties I've ever seen on a car. Ended up with 6 seconds at one of the races. He was swearing at race officials, even though they're digital. Don't ask. Okay, so it was 22, it's now 23, but obviously with the lobby reset, shouldn't be long really. So obviously you're going to see the GR1s disappear within the first few corners, especially down that Mulsanne straight. They'll just disappear the second they get around that first turn. Alright, wait for this one to kick off then. I can't imagine it's going to be too much longer. Interesting to see what tyres people have chosen. I think you can stick on anything you want, but the usual choice would be a medium or a soft tyre. But you may see drivers opting for the hard here just to try and get the life out of them, to get a couple of extra laps. I don't know how much fuel they'll be able, or how many laps they'll be able to do on a full tank of fuel with 50 minutes. We'll see. We will see. So if they've done any kind of practice, they will know tyre degradation, how many laps they can get in versus how much fuel they can, how many laps they can get with fuel. So you might see drivers opting for a hard tyre, maybe. Maybe. We saw, was it Dazzler or Tyre Slayer out on a hard tyre for qualifying? Okay, final round of the season coming up then, 50 minutes here at Le Mans. Hopefully they can all get around the first couple of corners cleanly. I'm sure Pilgrim's probably found the horn as well already. Lights go on then. We would get ready for this 50-minute enduro. Oh, it's a poor start by Manny. Has he compromised anybody on track? I think he's maybe caught Obi-Wan out maybe. So Dylan holds the lead into turn 1, turn 2. He follows him through. Apache follows him through. Pilgrim in 4th then. Manny 5th. Obi in 6th. Yeah, I'm not sure whether Obi got tangled up a little bit with Manny's poor start. GR1's then disappearing already. Ice Chan then holding the lead of the GR3's. Pulled a bit of a gap already. He got 2.5 seconds, so nobody within slipstream range. This is exactly where you don't want anybody in slipstream range. Slightly different behind. Nick Vick tucked into the slipstream of Tyre Slayer. You will see that car getting very slightly closer. Down stays at about 0.4 of a second. Hard on the brakes into this first chicane. Keep an eye on Nick Vick. Closes up through there a little bit. Neither driver taking too much. Stays at about 4.47, so he's not made up any time through there, Nick Vick. Still getting a bit of a toe down here though, but the slipstream doesn't seem to be working too well in their favour, to be honest. Gap staying at 0.4. How bizarre, I was expecting the slipstream to work a little bit better than that. So Nick Vick not able to close that gap up. Captain Pugwash in 10th, Campo in 11th, Ricky J in 12th, Dazzler a long way down in 13th. Oh, he's on that hard tyre, I think, just struggling a little bit early on, getting used to that. I knew there was somebody out on a hard tyre, so looking to run long then on that tyre, but it will slow him down compared to the rest of the field. And I think it's already caught him out, had him backwards somewhere, because the gap is massive. So back up to the front, the GR1's still being led by Dylan. Markin Weeks just 3/4 of a second behind him. Apache, Pilgrim, Obi, Manny, all still within touching distance really. Just 4.1 seconds between those top 6. On board with Obi just outside of the tow range for Manny in front. And he's got a little bit of a toe off of Pilgrim. Let's see if he can go for the move for the Porsche curves. No, he can't. Obi's had to back off as well. Sorry, Manny's had to back off as well. He wasn't able to go for the move on Pilgrim. Apache's found his way past Mockin though, using that toe. On the run into the Porsche curves then, taking that second position off him. Dylan continues to lead, 1.9 seconds up the road. Again, these hybrid GR1s, oof, nearly catching Dylan out through there. So, oh, he picks up a penalty for it as well. That's going to cost him. So they're the hybrids. They can regen their power. It does play a big part in these GR1 races. Know what you're doing with that thing, it can definitely get you out of trouble. You can end up having 2 races within the GR1s if drivers haven't quite figured out how to manage that power. So big gaps opening up then in the GR1s. We've got 3 seconds between Dylan and Apache, 1st and 2nd. There's another 1.7 seconds back to 3rd place, Mockin. Pilgrim in 4th, another 1.3 seconds back. Manny just outside the tow range of Pilgrim, but Obi has managed to get himself within slipstream distance of Manny. Nobody closing up really through there then. Ice Chan then still holding the lead of the GR3s. 3 seconds out front he is. Tyre Slayer in 2nd. Also also got a big gap behind him. Nick Vick 2.7 seconds back. Campo another 2.7 seconds back. He just finds himself with a penalty. Ricky J has made his way past Captain Pugwash, so he's got himself into 11th, 2.6 seconds behind Campo. Unfortunately, he's got Captain Pugwash quarter of a second behind him. Might even get him. Here we go, up to the first chicane. I think just wrong car choice, Ricky J, for this one. As much as we old dogs might love the Supra, I don't think it's got the legs of the new GR86. Dazzler finds himself with a penalty again on those hard tyres. 8 seconds behind Ricky J, a full minute behind race leader. Back up to the front then. Dylan extends his lead almost to 4 seconds. So coming up to penalty loss zone then, you'll see the 2 yellow markers he crosses. Just there. Brakes automatically get applied, but he's got plenty of time between him and Apache. That time will come down. It's a pretty long straight towards the Porsche curves, but he's got plenty of time to play with already. Dylan, 3.7 seconds. Into those Porsche curves, then still holding 3.7. Second, Lock in third, Pilgrim fourth. Obi's found his way past Manny as well, using the slipstream up that big long Mulsanne straight. Manny in sixth then, so that's the GR1s. Ice Chan pulls a little bit more time over Tyre Slayer as well. Medium tyres on board for Ice. Medium tyres on board for Tyre Slayer as well. Nick Vick has gone for the mediums. Captain Pugwash mediums. Gets himself back past Ricky J. Campo, he's coming up towards that penalty zone now. He's got to drop that half a second. He'll fall off the back of Ricky J. Dazzler, fortunately behind him, also finds himself with a penalty, unable to close the gap up on Campo. Again, on that hard tyre, he's going to struggle with that anyway. This Dylan just making it look easy. 5.4 seconds. Ban him. Apache not making it easy for Mocking Weeks either. A gap from 1.7 down to 1.3. Team Twonks leading the championship at the minute. Again, I think they've just got to come home and score points and they should be safe. Third place points pretty good for Mockin at the moment. Pilgrim in fourth behind him, but 1.6 seconds back. Obi another 1.4 back. And Manny falls out of the tow range in sixth as well, 1.6 seconds. So big gaps developed then between the GR1s up front. Chand out on his own, Tyre Slayer out on his own, Nick Vick out on his own, Campo not out on his own. He's got Captain Pugwash and Ricky J for company at the minute. Dazzler's pulled a little bit of time back on those boys, so it was 6 seconds, it's just jumped to 5.8, fluctuating a little bit, but again, might be able to run a little bit longer, maybe a lap longer than everybody else on that hard tyre. We'll see if it benefits him near the end. Dylan has been cheating again. Look, finds himself with another half a second penalty here. Again, absolutely no odds to him. He's now got 6.2 seconds lead because he's Dylan. And he's had the back phone. Nobody in a position to go for any overtakes really within the GR1s. far too far apart. Nobody within slipstream range either, really. Everybody having a bit of a lonely race at the minute. These are the closest on track. Ricky J's fallen off the back of these two now, though. Unfortunately, he's 2.2 seconds back. Finds himself with a penalty as well. May end up finding himself battling with Dazzler here. So Campo, no penalty to lose this time. Pulls a little bit of a gap between himself and Captain Pugwash as well. 1.9 seconds, sorry, 2.1 seconds. He opens that up, coming down the Mulsanne. It's Ricky J that finds himself with that penalty. Then Dazzler closes up on him, 3.7 seconds back on that hard tyre. He's kind of found the limit of it now. And again, those medium tyre drivers not too far up the road. Will it work in his favour come the pit stops? That's whiskey and coke anyway tonight, peeps. Whiskey and coke, alright. Big shot of Jack Daniels in the bottom of that. Dylan's just making this look easy. 7.2 seconds over Apache. Unless that's a slight mistake from Apache. Not really. Last lap was 3:33. Mocking Weeks. Oh, I say that. Mocking Weeks was pulling a little bit of time back on him, but he just finds himself with a half a second penalty again. So all the hard work to bring that time down between himself and Apache is all going to be thrown in the bin. Near close enough for an attack on Mockin. The same for Manny. Oh, what's happened to Obi? What did you do then, Obi? You were all over the shop then. Let's get it a bit loose coming into the chicane, maybe. Manny having to find his way past you then. Still racing happening then within the GR1 class. Helicopter just hovering above, looking for those good shots. I wish you'd give me the damn helicopter. Give me the helicopter to control and fly. Drone shots, damn it. You'd never see so much awesome footage if I could fly the helicopter and chase you lot round. Chan looks like he's got the circuit to himself, really. Nobody in front of him, nobody behind him. 5.5 seconds back to this man. I think a lot of drivers risking it across that second half of, which corner is it? Tetra Rouge. Pushing it a little bit wide. If you get all four wheels off circuit, that's it. Penalty for you, as Nick Vick finds himself with a half a second penalty just coming out of that very corner. Campo clean this time. Captain Pugwash way out on his own, 5.6 seconds behind Campo, 2.4 ahead of Ricky J. And here's Ricky J under threat from Dazzler on that hard tyre. Has just had to lose a penalty. Drops himself into the toe of Dazzler. Medium tyre for Ricky J. It's a hard tyre on the Dazzler. Should, in theory, be a quicker tyre, but all depends who's behind the wheel. Dylan then with a half a second penalty, but he's nearly got 8 seconds lead here through the Ford chicane. Cleanly again. Apache holding that second. Mocking Weeks falls back off him again. That gap opens up to 2. Oh no, Apache! Oh, he just had to correct himself coming through the Ford chicane just to stop himself going on the gravel. Turned the steering a little bit too hard. The rear went round. And it's just dinked into the wall. I think Obi's literally just done the same thing but managed to keep it out of the wall. Just as Apache was getting his car back on track, I heard tyres squealing behind him. I think Obi's done the same thing, just lit the rears up coming out the that final corner. Stays in 6th, Apache in 5th then. Won't be happy with that. Battle to take that 2nd position off of Mocking Weeks. And a tiny little mistake like that. Oh, finds himself with a half a second penalty. He's pushing hard then, Apache. He's not, I can imagine he's swearing a little bit in his helmet. Anybody else within earshot of his sim rig is... Can't imagine they'll be able to go to church or something after this. Vic then finds himself with a little bit of a penalty, just drops that off there. Campo not able to close up enough on him. These boys still pretty close as well, Captain Pugwash, Dazzler and Ricky J. We've really got sort of 4 different races going on here. We've got Dylan, who's just... sorry, let me not give you epilepsy. We've got Dylan, who... we're not even going to look... Took 13 seconds up the road. Not even watching you anymore, Dylan. In fact, let me get some tape and I'll tape over his name. I'll just tape over his name there. So, Mocking Weeks into that 2nd position then. Oh, he's gone deep into that. Oh, tyre wear catching people out now then. Mocking Weeks going a little bit deep into there. He also has to thrash the steering round to try and get that round the corner. Almost does a Manny and bins it into the wall, but that has slowed him down massively. Pilgrim all over the back of him, heading down here. What are we coming up towards? Indianapolis and Arnage. Side by side. Pilgrim's got the inside line coming through here as well. Mocking Weeks loses another 2nd position to a Pilgrim. Another slight mistake costing him that position. He's looking for a way past coming into a Nage, but not the place to go for it. He needs to get a good run down towards the Porsche curves. Manny then into 4th. Apache finds himself with a penalty here now then. Drops to 6th. Obi gets past him. Chand again just doing a Dylan here. 6.1 seconds out front in the GR3s. Tyre Slayer finds himself with a half a second penalty. I think he's only just picked that up as well. So from 6 seconds it's going to be about 7 seconds by the time he's back up to speed. Nick Vick then in 3rd place in the GR3s. Still being harassed a little bit by Campo. Again, Campo's got half a second penalty. He needs to drop. That fight's going to be over with before you know it. Captain Pugwash starting to come under threat here from a Dazzler. Dazzler on that softer, that harder tyre. Look at this, just making it work now in this later part of the stint. What are we, 18 minutes into this race? We've done 4.5 laps. Slipstream really does work when they're close, but not so much when they're about a second apart. Again, Dazzler might be braking a little bit earlier than Captain Pugwash. Could just be catching me out, that could. Real good battle here though. Dazzler just getting past, peels across to the right hand side, drops the toe for Captain Pugwash. Back over to the left. Doesn't want to give him any advantage coming into Mulsanne for sure. He's going to hold the lead into this corner. Can he get the exit though? Will Captain Pugwash get a run on him down towards Indianapolis? Camp opens up a little bit to 0.8. He's opening up still. Dazzler's found the grip coming out of that corner. Opens the tyre up between himself and Captain Pugwash. Unfortunately, Captain Pugwash 4.9 seconds down in the Supra. Dylan, you're a skank. 18 seconds. If anyone watching has got a spike strip they don't mind deploying, please do so. 19 seconds. Well, why not? Why not just stick another second in there? Why not? Mocking Weeks then fires his way back into second position. Pilgrim's now made a mistake. I think Mocking's been tangled up in that as well. I think that's why the gap's opened up so much between themselves and Dylan. Because now Mocking Weeks has got Manny and Pilgrim hunting him down. So maybe a mistake from Pilgrim in that second position. Just catching Mocking Weeks out. Both drivers having to drive slow through one of the turns or out of one of the turns. And I think that's just allowed Manny to come through and stick himself right in between them. It's going to end up being a real good battle here between these three. Be a slipstream drag race. Towards our Naj then. Under no threat from behind. Obi 3.7 seconds behind him. Manny getting a toe off of Mocking. Pilgrim getting a toe off of Manny. Everybody closing up with each other as they come into the Porsche curves. Everybody backing out as well. You can't go for a move into there unless you're absolutely 100% committed. A little bit of grass tracking, double stabbing at some corners there for Pilgrim. That slowed him down a little bit to Manny. Manny's made a tiny mistake as well because Mocking's just opened that gap up as well. Manny finds himself with a penalty here as well. Pilgrim all over the back of him. Mocking pulls a little bit of a gap from these two now. It was 1.9, it's now 2.2 seconds. Pilgrim having a go at Manny down towards Dunlop. Manny holds on to it. Oh, no he doesn't. Lights up the rears again. Pilgrim comes through. Manny gets himself back on track, holds that fourth position, doesn't allow that car to spin out too wide this time. Goes a little bit deep there. It's going to slow him down a little bit more. Still holding that half a second penalty. Obi closing up on him as well due to that little mistake. And Apache struggling to keep up with anybody at the minute. Nice Chand through Mulsanne. Big gap between himself and Tyre Slayer. 13 seconds back to this man. GR1s and GR3s both out on track here then. Pro and AMs in teams. Big gaps all over the place here then in the GR3s. Oh, we've had pit stops. Okay, Campo's been in. Fresh set of mediums on board for him. Dazzler has also been in, so he's dropped those hards and now he goes to the mediums. Ricky J just pulling out the way of Dylan coming through. 20-second lead at the minute for Dylan. Just making it look so easy. Out on his own now as well. 3.8 seconds between him and Pilgrim. Being tentative around these corners now. The tyre wear just catching them out a little bit on one or two of these corners. They're being very tentative coming out of the corners. Pilgrim third, Manny fourth. Still got that penalty to lose. Obi closing up with him. 1.2 seconds back. Might even be able to get that position off him once he loses this penalty. We want this man, Obi. So Manny just got to go around this right hand corner. He comes up to the penalty loss zone. Gap is down to 1.2 seconds. Again, just people tiptoeing around these corners. Let's see, can Obi get it before the Porsche curves? He's had to lose that half a second penalty. Nothing he can do about it. Brakes are automatically applied. Gap coming down from 1.2 down to 0.5, but not enough before they hit the Porsche curves. chase him down legitimately now then. It's all well and good having a penalty to lose, but you'd much rather battle with someone legitimately. Race leader is in the pits right now then. Getting rid of his tyres, literally at the halfway point of the race, so perfect time to do it. Everyone peeling in then at the exact 25-minute mark. Mocking Weeks also comes in. Who stays out? Anybody? Apache's in. Ricky J stays out. Campo's been in. Dazzler's been in. So Ricky J risking it for a biscuit. Oh, Ice Chan. Oh, sorry, no. Ice Chan's been in. Come out. Fresh set of tyres on. It is Ricky J who's risking it all then. Not stopped yet. Dylan back out on track. Let's see what tyres he's gone for this second stint. Another set of mediums. The first set lasted him 25 minutes. I'm sure the second set will as well. Mocking Weeks with a half a second penalty, still taking fuel on board. Everybody just stuck in the pits. Come on, boys. How long does it take to fill up a car with fuel, damn it? GR3's been in and got out. Finds himself with a half a second penalty. Pits a lap or two ago. As did Dazzler. Nick Vick out the pits this lap. Fresh set of tyres on for him. Mediums again. Captain Pugwash, medium set of tyres fresh. He finds himself with a half a second penalty as well. So, Disgusting Dylan, that's what I'm going to call you. Disgusting Dylan is now 30 seconds ahead of Mocking Weeks. Mocking Weeks may have overfueled. I don't know. I didn't see how much fuel people had on by the time they came in the pits. Or has Dylan got to go for a late spurt? Has he got to chuck himself in on this last couple of laps for a bit of fuel? Or has he got to do a bit of fuel saving last few laps? We'll see. 30 seconds is a disgusting amount of lead at the moment. It's only going to get bigger when this man loses his penalty as well. Pilgrim third, also holding a penalty, just about 2 seconds behind Mocking. Obi in fourth, 2 seconds behind Pilgrim. Medium tyres again. Apache, another set of mediums, another half a second penalty. Oh, sorry, no, he's got a full second penalty. He's standing out from the crowd a little bit, Apache, this time. And it is Manny in sixth then. Again, fresh set of mediums on board. Was it only Dazzler that went for the hards? Ice Chan, fresh set of mediums on board for him in the GR3. Ricky J, still not stopped yet, almost out of fuel. Got a long way to go as well. Might be doing some fuel saving here, we don't know. Tyre Slayer, fresh set of mediums on for him. Campo, fresh set of mediums. Dazzler, fresh set of mediums. Nick Vick, fresh set of mediums. And Captain Pugwash, fresh set of mediums. So just Ricky J to throw himself in the pits. He's got a couple of corners to get around though. Should make it without fuel. Going to go crawling into the pit lane through the left here. Pit lane coming up then to the right any second. Let's get the brakes on, let it auto drive. Bink, there we go. Is now safe from running out of fuel. Okay, Dylan still opening up this gap up front. 34 seconds now over Mocking. Is that just part of your name now, that plus 0.5? Is that just part of it? Obi into third, then Pilgrim losing that penalty. Half a second has allowed Obi to get past. And if Obi keeps travelling like he is, what is he? 2.6 seconds behind Mockin. Mockin's still got this penalty to lose as well. If Obi can keep pressing like he is, try and close that gap up on Mockin, might be able to take that position off of him as well with that penalty loss. I'm sorry, Andy, it doesn't look like we're getting rain. Pilgrim trying to bring that time down as well. 1.2 seconds between him and Obi. One way back to Apache, 6.7 seconds. He has got Manny for company though, just a second behind him. So these two are probably going to end up having a pretty good battle for the last 20 minutes. Chand stealthing it round on his own at the minute. He's doing a Dylan basically. He's 21.5 seconds up the road in the GR3s. I'm touching wood, but I've not seen him put a foot wrong tonight. This is where he spins out. Plenty of time to play with. Tyre Slayer then in second in the GR3s. Dazzler behind him, 16.6 seconds back. So Tyre Slayer having a bit of an easy race at the minute as well. Nobody putting him under threat. Campo slowly closing up on Dazzler, so there could be a little bit of a punch-up coming up between these two. Just under a second between them. Campo actually pushing that thing around. I was going to say he's pushing it a little bit too hard. He's found himself with a penalty. Battle is going to fall away again then. Nick Vick another 10 seconds behind these boys. Oof. Rear end nearly let's go on that thing. Captain Pugwash 19.5 seconds behind Nick Vick. And Ricky J another 2.5 seconds down in the Supra. 3.5 seconds down. He's taking lessons from the Prometheus school of shortcuts. Dylan, no penalty. Woohoo! Or Mockin, no penalty. Well done, boys. Disgusting Dylan then. 38 seconds up the road as he starts lap 10. Still pressing through the Porsche curves here. Long way back. Mockin just kicking up a bit of grass there with his rear wheel. Lucky to keep it on track through the second part of that corner. Behind these GR3s then. They usually make it reasonably easy to get past, but it is down to the GR1s to make it pass safely. Obviously the GR3s just need to stay on line, allow the GR1s to come past. They've obviously got the more power, easy for them to make the moves than it is for the GR3s to be swerving around the track just trying to get out of the way. Let's not have that. So Mockin second then, Pilgrim third, 4.4 back. Obi still fourth but closing up, still 3/4 of a second between those two. Let's just get ourselves on with an Obi. It's the gap at 0.8. Just got to make their way around Ice Chand here. I think that's worked out in Obi's favour. The gap drops to half a second as they hit this Mulsanne. Might be able to close up, make a bit of time on him coming into the chicanes. Leaving Ice Chand behind in the shadows, coming up to chicane 1 then. Gap down to 1/4 of a second between these two. Oh, Pilgrim goes deep. Obi almost risks it. I don't know whether he's got away with that. Has he got away without a penalty? It's on here though. With the inside line coming into this next chicane, carrying a little bit more speed than Pilgrim as well. Pilgrim now as Obi slams the brakes on coming into this chicane. Pilgrim tries to keep it with him. Slightly different lines through there. Obi pulls a little bit of a gap ahead of Pilgrim. Pilgrim is still within that toe range. Obi peels across track now then just to drop that toe for Pilgrim for a split second. Just slows him down long enough to not go for a move into corners like this. If he's not carrying the speed into these turns, less inclined to sling one up the inside into corners like this. Gap back down to 0.3 though. Big gaps behind towards Indianapolis. Closing up here then, Pilgrim. Obi goes defensive. Here's Pilgrim going to run it around the outside. It's a tight corner. Perfect there for Obi. Nothing Pilgrim could do. Had that car on all sides of the track then, looking for a way past Obi, but nowhere for him to get past. Gap stays at 0.5 of a second then. Head down towards the Porsche curves for lap 10. Dylan still just making this look so easy. 39.5 seconds up front. Marking Weeks. Way too quick through there. Way too quick. And there's the result. Half a second penalty. Obi holding that third position off of Pilgrim. Pilgrim's kept it with him though. 0.9 of a second still between those two. Manny a little further back though, 3.2 seconds down in 5th, and Apache another 2.3 down in 6th. Nice champ then. Making the GR3s look easy tonight. 28.5 seconds up front for him. Having a lonely race as well. Dazzler, he's also having a lonely race now as well. 11 seconds in front to Tyre Slayer, 18 seconds back to Nick Vick. Campo another 8 seconds behind him. Captain Pugwash another 16 seconds behind him. And Ricky J has actually closed that gap back up on him. Less than a second between these two at the minute. Coming down actually, Ricky J piling the pressure on Captain Pugwash. He came in later than everybody else did, Ricky J, so his tyres are slightly fresher than everybody else's. Whether he can use that to his benefit, I don't know. Captain Pugwash is a little bit slow through there. Campo's in the pits this lap. What's he doing at the 38.5 minute mark? Fresh set of tyres and a little blim of fuel maybe. Long old pit stop for a second stop, that's for sure. Ricky J keeping that pressure onto Captain Pugwash. So for you, Dylan. Marking Weeks, 41 seconds down, and half a second penalty to lose. Obi in third. Pilgrim off out of that fight at the minute, 1.7 seconds back. Actually a little bit closer to Manny than I expected, 1.7 seconds behind him. He has got half a second penalty to lose. That's coming up any second. This fight's not going to last too long then, even with Apache closing that gap up. One real good battle happening at the minute, if that's even still happening. It's between these two, and it's not happening quite so much now. Captain Pugwash and Ricky J are less than a second apart. There's now 1.6 seconds between them, so Campo's been in, he has taken on a little bit of fuel, but fresh. He's gone for soft tyres as well for the last 11 minutes. Pretty much 10 minutes. The 40-minute mark now. What can he do with those? He is in last at the minute, 14.5 seconds behind Ricky J. Should be able to put those softs to good use here. Let's come back and check on that later. 42 seconds out front then for Dylan. Oh. Just smash buttons on the pad as I move it around. So maximum points looking like for Dylan tonight. He's taking the qualifying. He's currently holding fastest lap and he's looking good for the win here as well. With a 42.5 second lead, he could probably. Let's have a look at Campo. Yeah, he could probably get in the pits, take fuel and tyres if he wanted to, and still get out in front of Mocking Weeks. I think that's a high possibility. Big gaps everywhere on track then really. Pilgrim and Manny reasonably close. Second back for Manny. Ice Chand, GR3 race leader, comes in the pits then. He's going to try and benefit from his 33 second lead. Fresh set of tyres, fuel if he needs it. Manny and Pilgrim fight. That gap at 3/4 second. She's not too far back either, only 2.9 seconds, so any mistake from these two could cost them that position to Apache. Down towards chicane 2 then. Staying at 3/4 second. He does bring it down on the exit of that turn, down to 0.7, just drops below. Won't be able to make a move into the Mulsanne corner though. A little bit too far back for that one. I'll be able to chase him up towards Indianapolis if he can get a good exit out of here, which he does. Not as good as Pilgrim. He opens that gap up a teeny tiny little bit. 6th then, falls back a little bit, 5.6 seconds down in 6th then. Nice Chant released from the pits, still holding the lead from the GR3s. And he's only taken on board. Ice. What are you doing? Why wouldn't you have taken on an extra 1.5 seconds worth of tyres? You would have still beat Tyre Slayer out the pits, I think. And even if you hadn't, you've got 7 minutes to stick a set of softs on and go for a spankathon. You're too gentlemanly. Ice, you're too gentlemanly. Stop it. Be more ragamuffin. So the battle could be on here then. Tyre wear looking very similar between these two. Chand is still opening that gap up a little bit between himself and Tyre Slayer. Nick Vick comfortably in 3rd in the GR3s at the minute. 20 plus seconds in front and behind him. Dazzler into 3rd. Started on the hard tyre, did Dazzler. So, risky choice. He's got the softs on now. They're looking pretty good. In 10th, got Captain Pugwash and Ricky J behind him. Oh, and Campo, apologies. Captain Pugwash in 11th then. Ricky J still chasing him down, just 3/4 second back still. And Campo chomping at the bit to make these softs work. Look at the wear on them already. 8 seconds behind Ricky J. It's going to be 5 minutes left on the race timer. Before you know it, race leader comes up to lap Campo at the back for a second time. He's just going to hold on to these tyres. I think that's what everyone's thinking at the minute. There's a lot of wear on these tyres. Everyone's still pushing pretty hard. Dylan's got plenty of time to play with, but a big mistake could bring Mocking Weeks back into the frame. We'll see. Obi comfortably in third now. Pilgrim 3.8 seconds off the back of him. He's found himself with a half a second penalty. Manny's found himself with a full 1 second penalty. So this fight is going to break itself up pretty soon as well. Apache 9 seconds off the back of those two. We'll make up a little bit of time with those penalty losses. Whether it's going to be enough to go for a position move before the end of this race is doubtful. You never know though. It won't be with corners like that, Apache. All four wheels off the track. Did he let off the throttle? Looks like he got away without a penalty there. So if you keep your foot on the throttle, it does see it as a shortcut. But if you back off the throttle, it doesn't. Ice Chand out the pits, decided not to go for fresh tyres, even though he could have. But he is still pulling time from Tyre Slayer. That gap was at 5 seconds just as he hit the Mulsanne last lap. And it stretches to 8.6 then on this lap. Tyre Slayer in 8th. Vic 9th, Dazzler in 10th. Captain Pugwash in 11th. Ricky J still right behind him. Having a good punch up in these last few laps then. Campo still trying to make those softs hook up. 6 seconds behind Ricky J. Can he see them? Yes he can. They're just a corner ahead in fact. There they are. Gets the gap to just about 5 seconds here then. 3 minutes left on the race timer. Won't be the final lap for everybody, but a few drivers won't be seeing another one after this. Dylan is not going to be one of those though. He's 35 seconds up the road from Mocking Weeks, leading the way, has done from the start. Yo-yoed through a couple of positions really. Second, third, fourth, back to third, back to second. Drivers have peeled it into the walls to allow that to happen. Apache thrown himself in the pits this lap, almost out of fuel for the GR1 driver. That is any opportunity for him to have a go at anybody on circuit. He might end up... Oh no. GR3s won't get past him, but he's going to be a long way down. Ice Chand continues to open that gap in the GR3s. 9.9 seconds between him and Tyre Slayer. Again, big gaps on the GR3 front. Captain Pugwash and Ricky J just over a second between these two still. But there is a Campo closing up on them. 2.8 seconds down. So we've just about hit the 49-minute mark. Oh no, maybe this will become the last lap for everybody. Dylan might make it across the line, maybe. The GR3 drivers are a long way back. Where are you? Ice Chand just coming up to the Porsche curve, so he should just about see another lap. Possibly Tyre Slayer, but maybe not Tyre Slayer. 26, 27. Ice Chand then, you've got to get through these chicanes. He's the closest to the line, but we'll just keep an eye on him. 38, 39, 40. hard on the brakes then for Ice Chand. Is he going to be the first man to cross the line, or is he going to get a little lonely lap all to himself? So back onto the start-finish straight, pressing. He does cross the line. There is the 50 minutes then. That is it. It is going to be Dazzler, I think, that is going to be the Tyre Slayer, the next man to cross the line. And he takes 8th position. Nick Vick. There's a driver just in front of him, one of the GR1s, I think. Who's that? It's Dylan that's coming up to the line. Lost a bit of time at the end there, almost out of fuel. I say lost a bit of time, it was still 30 seconds by the time he crossed the line, the swine. Markin Weeks just in the thick of it at the minute, got GR3s lining up in front of him. Captain Pugwash, Ricky J's got past, he's having a go at Captain Pugwash down towards these 4 chicanes. Nobody getting tangled up with anyone, good. Lots of drivers crossed the line already, but Markin Weeks up towards the line. He's going to take 2nd in the GR1s. Obi, through these last couple of corners, comes home in 3rd. It's been a tough race for him. And he will take 4th in the GR1s. Did get ahead of Pilgrim. Oh, just gets ahead of Pilgrim. Beats him, takes 4th. Pilgrim takes 5th. Apache with his very late stop. Taking on tyres, a very, very small amount of fuel. He's going to come home in 6th. Now we'll wait for Apache to cross the line. Plenty of time left for Ice Chand to get around. You can see everybody else by the time he comes towards the line. There it is, Apache taking that 6th then. So Tyre Slayer comes across the line, he takes 8th. Nick Vick comes home in 9th. Dazzler takes 10th. Captain Pugwash takes 11th. Ricky J 12th. Cap just 3/4 of a second behind Ricky J by the time they cross the line. Almost had him. One more lap maybe. And just wait for this man. He's got the track to himself at the minute. Nobody else in full race mode, just this man. He's also led the GR3s from start to finish. Hopefully we should get some scores and stuff like that for you lot before the lobby dies, hopefully. Dylan does need a puncture, yeah, if only we could put punctures on here. Ice Chand trying to give everyone epileptic fits. Mart, evening brother, evening. Alex Monster Diz, yo Diz, long time no here, bro. Look at that. Ice Chand didn't even get to finish his race. Look, he was too much winning. So Dylan taking the win in the final round then in the GR1s. Ice Chand taking the win in the final round in the GR3s. And we just hang about and wait for official results. Unless they're already coming in. Oh, not yet. Not yet. But yes, this is the final round. That's it for the... no problem, Tysley. That is it for the Multiclass League. Again, we are just waiting for final results. And we'll give final points for the season. And then we've got the 2 new leagues starting on the 27th and the 30th of March. So the 27th is an Alpha 155 league. That's going to start at 9 o'clock, same time, same place. And then Sunday night on the 30th, we kick off with the GT 500 league. So the Supras and things like that you've seen. That's what you'll be seeing on track in the GT 500s. And yeah, the Alpha 155 league, that should be a bit of fun as well. I've not driven them. I don't know what they're like. Whether they go a little bit sideways or something, I don't know. Who knows? So again, just waiting on something maybe in this chat. Just waiting for final positions. No problem, Mr. Pugwash. Okay, a few drivers just dropping out of the lobby. Pretty stable tonight though, not much glitching going on, I'll tell you that. Seen it before. Hopefully Mockin's got the calculator out, working out all those points. A lot of people are saying, burn these cars to hell and back. Burn them many, many times over. It's the same comment you lot had for the Corollas though. None of you like the Corollas. Corollas were great. Okay, Mockin just throwing some team points out there. Team Twonks taking the win, I think, with 246 points. Deadbull taking second with 233. Just waiting on any more messages to pop up there. See if we get individual points. Oh yeah, thanks for comms, Dark Smoker. Oh, no problem, Daz. No problem at all. Don't read that. Don't read it. It's bad. Come on, Mockin. Calculator the hell out of it. Hurry up. I want to go and stick another whiskey in this glass. Okay, there we go. So GR3 results. Ice taking the win with 142 points. Oh, so close between Daz and Slayer. Daz on 126 points. Tyre Slayer 125. Just 1 point in it between those two. It would have only taken a qualifying session or a fastest lap or something like that. And those positions could have swapped. And let's just see what the final results for the GR1s is. Looks like they don't care about third in the teams. They're not bothered about third. Okay, there it is. The GR1s then. Mocking Weeks taking the win with 153 points. Dylan taking second with 123 points. Pilgrim with 108. Oh no, and Manny both on 108. So I think we ought to have a playoff. 1 lap qualifier. 1 lap smash-a-thon for you lot. Or something like that. No, joint third this is then for you guys, but that is it for the season. So no more multi-class on Sunday nights, no more Corollas on Thursday nights. New league starting on the 27th, so we've got the Alphas on the 27th Thursday night, and then on the 30th Sunday night we've got the Sunday, Super GTs, not the Sunday GTs, the Super GTs. That's what we've got, the GT 500s. But yeah, that's going to be it from me, people. Another one done and dusted, in the bag, finito, all that sort of stuff. See you in 2 weeks for Aussie special. Okay, interested in what that is. I don't know about an Aussie special. But yeah, that's going to be it from me tonight, people. Again, next league starting on the 27th and the 30th. Nothing else in between now and then. If I know anything, I'll let you guys know. But that's it from me. I hope you've liked what you watched. If you have, make sure you click those like buttons. Hold on, I need to learn how to do this. Where are they? Where are they? Ah, they're kind of... No, they're down here. They're that way on the computer. I don't know where they are on a phone, if you're looking on a phone. We've been kicked out of the lobby. All right, never mind. But yeah, most of all, what I want you to do is like, comment, subscribe, tell your mates, and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. See you later.